Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. So yesterday we were getting our dialogue system fixed, right? So we've got the ability to put multiple pages of dialogue, and then if you advance the page at the last page of dialogue, it exits. So we can trigger that dialogue. There's a little red box for our hit detection for signpost object, which we will probably change into a dialogue object instead of a signpost. But for right now, it's just called signpost. So what I do want to do is tidy up a lot of the code. So it's working, but we need to tidy it up, and then we'll get some of this stuff off screen here for the debugging. And then one thing I do want to add is like a little arrow that's blinking to indicate that there's like another page, right, that you can advance to. So I'm looking at Jimmy. She's shedding. Happy Halloween, by the way. Yeah, so we're going to be making like a little... I think we should make a little triangle for like a blinking advancement. And then we'll try to tidy up some of the code here. So let's just scrub through our signpost logic. See, all of this commented out stuff we can just delete. So yeah, I'm a little tempted to just remove our other font, because this font is monospace, which really helped us in the logic for getting different lines on different pages. So that's why this is Pixel Font 2. I'm a little tempted to just remove the old font, but I did like it, so maybe we'll keep it. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that is just for the dialogue detection, or the dialogue parsing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we don't need this test anymore. Yeah. Oh, we still do need that. So today will be a shorter episode. We're just going to be hopefully getting that little animation working. Just a little blink. And then we'll have this cleaned up, and then we'll be ready to start trying to attach it to NPCs so that we can talk to our NPCs, which will be really cool. So let's see if we can fix this crashing upon exiting inventory with the dialogue system initialized. So if we go and open a dialogue, the game is paused, and then if we come in here and try to do something in our inventory system, once we hit enter, we crash here at play state 242. So 242 on a play state. Let's find it. I think we can fairly easily fix this. Wait, 242. If paused, we update our signpost. See, so this signpost field in our global map table will probably change to like dialogue boxes. And then I guess I'm trying to understand where this self-dialogue ID is coming from. Okay, so we assign the dialogue ID, and that is just whichever key in our signpost. We just assign a key to the play state dialogue ID. See, that doesn't make much sense. But if we're paused, then we update only the dialogue ID for the one that we triggered. So I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't think that makes too much sense to me. So it's like once we click, there could be multiple signposts in our scene. Once we collide with a signpost and press P, so like we, interact with it, then the play state's dialogue ID gets a value that is then being accessed in the signposts table for the map at the current map row and column. So I guess it does make sense. It's a little weird, but also, we're crashing for some result of this. So I think the move is to not allow a enter press to trigger a inventory state if we're paused. And I think that will fix our problem. So look at this pause state. We only want to do this. We only want to change to a paused state, which is probably should be called inventory state, but only if we're not already paused. Is that right? So we would only change to a pause state if we're not already paused. That's not so true. It's that, well, yeah, we become paused once we turn on the interact with the dialog box. So I think this should fix that issue. Once this is open, I'm hitting enter, and we cannot open our inventory because the game is technically already paused, so you have to go through there, then you can unpause and pause at your own will. Okay, so we fixed that. We cleaned up a lot of the commented text. We have a lot of commented text here in the play state, so let's just kind of sift through, see what we can get rid of. I don't know why. See, like the tech debt of like feeling like I need to keep these old comments because I don't know. See, like this transition timer, we're not even turning this off or decrementing this. Yeah, we're not even using this anymore. Well, yeah, we're not even decrementing this. So what purpose does this solve? If our transition timer is smaller than 0, then we reinstantiate the player. This, I don't think we're doing this anymore. Let me see if I think we should be able to get rid of all of this. Because our transition timer is not decrementing, so I don't see where that would be being useful. So let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a way. I don't see why we're doing that. So we'll just take this out, and we can take out the transition timer that we had right here. Now we shouldn't have broken anything. Let's check the other page and make sure we didn't accidentally break something. Okay. And, that's clearly the wrong spot to take us to, but we just haven't programmed it yet. So We're doing okay. Cool. Moving on in our play state. We've got... Yeah, I think I would want to eventually move all of the magic into its own class, so it's not bogging down this play state. We can maybe add that to the to-do list. Flesh text. We're not doing the flesh text anymore. Where are we doing flesh text then? We're doing it right there when P is pressed. Okay. So we should be able to just delete that one, no problem. Okay. Okay. And then we're looking pretty good. Yeah, we'll keep all this because this is rendering for other stuff like the keylogger. So I think I do want to take out, let's see all the debugging we've got right here. So if it's paused in the signpost, let's take out that debugging. Cool. Oh, there's an interesting bug. It kind of doesn't... Since there's a big word there, that's kind of interesting. It doesn't print up the next word because it has to cycle through all the characters of the first line before it prints up the second line. So that is kind of interesting. Trying to think of how we could fix that. We would... It would have to be something in the actual rendering for the signpost. So right here in our update, this is where we're saying, you know, we're going to be modifying our text index, and we don't increment the line. We don't increment the line here until our text index is greater than the max line length. But maybe the move is we do it as long as the current line, which in this case is line 1, but that we'd have to know what page we're on. Yeah, so maybe we would go for the length of the self.pages at index current page, index current line. Let's try that and see if that doesn't fix it. So what we want to do is go into our pages table, go into the page we are currently on and the line we are currently on. So it's the current page and then the line we are on. Line we are on. Okay, and then we have to put the little number there. Let's see if that prints it up faster, because then instead of incrementing text index for all, there we go. Okay, it looks like it canceled out one character. Looks like we missed one of the characters there. It does print it right away, but it prints it so fast I can't tell if it's doing it right. If text index is greater than... Yeah. So like let's try if it's greater than 20 and see. It should take about half the amount of time to print up that second line. Yeah. Okay. And then and that didn't mess up. That's weird. I thought this would work, and maybe it's Maybe it's not... No, yeah, it is current page, right? I think the issue is this is... Oh, we have to go the length of the string. Can we do that? Because it's not the length of the table. The length of the table is just 1, which is why it's advancing on the very first frame. So we want the length of the string. That's still not right. We want the character count of the string. Right? So don't we have a character count? No, we got rid of it. We got rid of the character count. Okay. Well... Yeah, because we used to do the character count. We aren't doing that anymore. Excuse me. Okay. So we can't really pull the length of a string, can we? Let's see. Love2d stir.lang. Get length. We should be able to run the get length on the string. They say number string should work. Or string.lang. Let's try... Well, we tried the number. So like when we're printing... Right here, if it is the number of the string of the line we are on. It's not the string. Yes, it is. Yeah, because that's what we're appending here. Yeah, page we're on. It's actually going to be the current page that we're printing. Index1.string length. So let's see if we can use not the number operator here, but maybe we try this get length method. Can that work? Nope. Okay, let's try one more thing and then if it really bugs us, we can fix it. Let's see. Let's try string.lang and then pass it the variable. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work. Let's try one last thing. Let's try to do the length method. Oh. Yeah, not working. I don't think it's a big deal because we won't have a dialogue that has only like one character at the very top. And if it does, it should probably be paused anyway, like for dramatic effect. That's some massive cope right there, right? I think it's okay though. Okay. So let's try to get just that blinking cursor done. Oh, I never noticed that. We'll do an 8x8. And all it's going to be is a triangle. Let's try that. We'll see how that looks. So what we'll do is we will save this as a PNG. And the PNG is called down arrow .png. Okay, so we exported that. Let's go import it into our game here. So we'll come in here and we'll import it as an image and we'll call it down arrow. And we'll say graphics down arrow PNG. Okay, now we should have a global drawable called down arrow. So let's go into our signpost and just try to render it on screen and get the placement right. So we'll put love.graphics draw. We'll give it our down arrow. And then X is maybe virtual width minus 15, maybe 12. And then a Y of virtual height. We want it in the bottom right. So the virtual height of the Game Boy, I think that might be right. Yeah, no, just virtual height minus maybe 12 also. So let's see if we can see our down arrow now. No. It might be hiding by the screen height limit because we have the HUD there. So we'll try this minus 12 so we can raise it up so hopefully we can see it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so one thing is it's a little bit bigger than I thought. I don't know if I like it that big of an arrow. So let's make it a little smaller and then we can scoot it down a bit more. I think I want that. Okay, so we need to move it less up. So maybe like 5, and then maybe this is like 5 also. We're looking for it in the bottom right. Yeah. You know, just a little more. Perfect. I like that. I just, you know, it needs to blink, and I think if there's... Yeah, I think it needs to blink. So what we'll do... All we'll do is have a blink... Oh, blink is something. So let's say that we have a blink timer. Well... Local blinking gets false, right? And then we have a blink timer. Okay, so if we wanted to blink every 0.5 seconds, we have a blink timer of... Okay, so we have a blinking, a blink timer, and a blink reset. The reset is something we're never modifying, but the blink timer is what we decrement by delta time so that we can trigger a blinking, and blinking is what will actually change the transparency for the actual blink. So let's go. We've got blinking, blink timer, blink reset. So let's go into our update function here, and we'll say if... Or actually what we'll do is just take our blink timer and we will decrement it by delta time. That's the first thing we do. And then we actually want to... Yeah, we want to check if the blink timer is smaller than or equal to 0. And if it is, then we need to reset our blinking. So let's try a ternary operator here, and we'll say blinking gets blinking equal to true and false or true. I think that's how you do it. And then here we're saying, you know, if we're blinking, then we want to love.graphics set color to be 1, 1, 1, pure white, but no transparency. So no opacity. So you can't see it. And then if we're not blinking, we'll set our color to white. And then we print our down arrow based on the color we're setting here. And then we're handling the set color up here in our paused, so that shouldn't affect anything else. So let's see. Okay, we messed up the ternary. It blinked off. I think you have to check, for whatever reason, I only get this right when we check false. So equal to false and true or false. And now maybe... Whoop. I mean, it is blinking. Why is it rendering here? Okay, so... Oh, what we didn't do is reset our blink timer. We have to set our blink timer to be our blink reset so that we can count it again. And then we don't want to render it whenever. We only want to render it if we're paused. So we'll go ahead and put it in the paused branch there, and then it should be working. Cool. So little optimizations, like we shouldn't have the arrow blinking until we're done printing the line, right? So we probably shouldn't decrement our blink timer until our text index is done. Our text index, I don't know how we would check this. How do we know when we're done printing a current page? We do have a text index. We can say if the text index becomes greater than 2 lines worth, then go ahead and start incrementing the blink timer, decrementing it. Let's try to. Yeah, I think in the update up here, I think we only want to do this if our text index is greater than 2 lines worth. So if our text index is greater than the max line length times 2, so if we've printed up 2 lines, then we go ahead and start our blink timer. And I want to say, do we start, let's see, if we're blinking, we're no longer transparent, and we initialize as not blinking. Actually, if we're blinking, we are transparent. So let's say that we start to be blinking. That might screw up our ternary. Let's see. Okay. It took a little longer than I thought, so maybe we only decrement it if the text index is greater than the first line. Let's see. Okay. We need to set our blinking to be true. Okay, so blinking, yeah, we need to set our blinking to be true if we advance a line. So line advance, we need to become blinking true again. And then page advance, well, that should be okay. Let's see. Because, yeah, we don't want it blinking until the next. That looks okay, and we shall see. See, that's wrong. Blinking should get true upon a page advance, not a line advance. So where do we increment our page? Right here. Let's also become blinking anytime we increment our page. That's not it. That's not it. Blinking. I think we also have to reset our blink timer. Let's see. Let's just do it when we press P. Yeah, let's do it right here. When we press P, we want to reset our blinking. So we'll come in here and say blinking is now true, so that will be transparent. And let's see if that does the trick here. Okay, we're blinking. Okay. Nice. Cool. Okay, so I think I think I like this. I think the arrow could come out a little sooner. So maybe we do this. Oh, max text box line length. Yeah, not the max text box line length. We want the max character line length. Max text box line length. Let's see what the other variable was that we did for this. Yeah. Text box. Oh, no, it is this line length. Yeah, it is this line length. So that's a little weird to me that... Let's cut this in half and see if that speeds up how fast the arrow starts to blink. Yeah. Yeah, now that's too fast, so maybe we do divided by... I don't know. Still a bit too fast. Hard to find a good balance for that speed. That looks pretty good. Oh, see, and then it came on too soon. Okay, it looks like it's... That one, that first one looks good. Oh, and then that time it looked good too. There it was fucked up. I think we might have to reset our blink timer upon a page advance as well. So let's do that. Blink timer's gonna be getting our blink reset. And let's see if that balances out the speed of that second blink here. Like blink, blink. Blink, blink. Okay, that's looking good. Nice. Okay, I like that. So I'm a little torn, like I don't know if we should not have it blinking. Like I don't know if we should have it blinking to signify that there's another page, or blinking to signify if you... I don't know, because it's like it's blinking and there's an arrow. It makes it look like there's like another page, but if you hit P, it just goes. So maybe we turn it solid if it's on the last page, but I don't know if it really matters that much. I think it's kind of like... I like the blinking. Yeah, let's keep the blinking for even the last page. I think that works fine. Okay, is our text rendering right? This is a varied it length text for testing. I think that's right. And we shall see if the lines are parsed correctly. Okay. So I guess the only thing I'm a little worried about is what happens if our last line has, you know, if we reach that 19th character at the end. So, and we shall, let's take off one word, one letter from the shall and see if it fits. Because I'm worried that the arrow covers the text and looks awful. So let's see that. Okay, maybe one less. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me think we can lose a top line on the blink, on the arrow. Because I don't want to move the arrow down anymore. So let's just take off one line and see how that looks. It looks extra weird because the A is right there. Oh, and shall shouldn't have gone. Oh, no, it's not shall. It's just sha. Okay, so that's right. Yeah, let's move it down one and see if that looks better. I don't like it that low. I liked it one higher. Yeah, you know what? I might keep what we had. Well, I think I'm going to keep what we had. It just looked better overall. I guess if it bugs us, I don't think it's going to be that common for the third line to end exactly on the end of a word. But let's see if it bugs me. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to see. It would be nice if it was like a real sentence, because then I can see if it actually bugs me. So what can we do? And we shall. I guess the exclamation is going to make it look... Well... I don't know. Yeah, it does look in the way still. I don't like it. I don't like it any smaller than that, I don't think. So maybe we just keep it. We could change the blinking time. I think half a second looks fine. Yeah, I think when we move this down, it just looks worse. Maybe we could add like a corner. Well, I'm thinking either like a ... or, well, no. I was thinking of like just to do like a backwards L in the bottom right corner so that it would be kind of out of the way. But I don't think that'll really get the point across. Let's try it. Let's just see what it looks like. You know, like just a diagonal one like this. And then have that be the blinking thing. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that doesn't get in the way at all. I think we can afford to give it one more row. Let's see what it looks like. 1 pixel over so it's flush with the right side of the screen at least, and then maybe one more line of black. Oh, actually, yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. I like that. I think that's the move. So let's call it there. I think I like. Let's maybe rename it. We named it down arrow, but we should be called more text or I don't know. We'll keep it. We'll keep it as down arrow. I know what that is. Well, no, we're probably gonna get mad at ourselves later. So let's just fix it now. Okay, graphics, down arrow. What would it be called? It's called text advance. I don't know, text advance. It's more descriptive than down arrow because it's not even a down arrow. So let's go into our dependencies, and this is called text advance now. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's good. I do think maybe it can afford to be, well, I don't know. I think it's fine. Let's look at the timer that we're setting for the blink timer countdown. Why is it that -4? If we don't do this, -4. Yeah, I think I like that better, where it kind of just takes like a little second to breathe. Yeah. Okay. And then, so I guess the only thing I still kind of don't like is that if there's only, like, let's say this second text box has this and it just says tavern up arrow, then look at how long it takes for the arrow to kind of come up. Well, it didn't even come up. What the heck? Oh, we must... Why? Why did that break it? Oh, we must not be setting the color to white. Well... When we go to render, we set our color here. So let's make sure we set our color before we render our text. And maybe that'll fix it. No. Dude, why? Yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, good call. Yeah, not white. Why is it? What did we change? here that it didn't like. I'm thinking that it must be like a string length issue. So it prints this fine. It's got multiple pages worth. And it prints that fine because it's got multiple lines worth. So if we were to change this and say something short, would this work? Yo, how did we do that? What just happened? That's okay, that's not good. So why does it not like short strings? Okay, dude, okay, we must have changed something. It's not even adding the last word anymore. Okay, that's annoying. I don't think we changed anything in our logic. The only thing I'm worried about is the text index assignment. That's the only thing, because it is a little... We use this text index field twice. Once to count the character of the strings, of the text strings index for when we're populating the result strings. Then we reset text index back to 1 so that we count text index for the printing the characters one at a time. So I'm thinking something might be wrong in the, you know, I mean, if the strings aren't being printed properly, that's telling me that our result strings aren't being generated correctly. So the printing should be fine. It's just the result string that's wrong. So if we were to put... Yeah, let's test that theory. So if... Yeah, after this, let's say we say that our self.pages at index 1 dot string gets... This should be line 1. Yeah. So if we manually populate the strings like that, it's messing up on the... Well, that makes sense. It's because, you know, we shouldn't have any bigger than 19 characters in that anyway, so... Okay, that is really weird. Why are the numbers not showing up? It's weird that it works on a big old page, it just doesn't work on... Okay, see, that's what I'm expecting. So why does it not work on a very small length? String. It's in the string generation phase, which is right here. Okay, so this should be, hello there, can you hear me? But we're not getting the me. So why not? Now, I guess is the only issue that if we have a space, it added it correctly. Yeah, that works. So did we, I know yesterday we just fixed this by putting the +1 here as well on the line character count. We're advancing the line character count by 1 to include the space that we found. Yeah, if there's a space, and then here's where we account for the space as well. Yeah, so if we're at the end of our... Yeah, see, this +1 here should be the line that's fixing. Oh, and you know what? We might have to just do this. Line character count. This space isn't being accounted for because we're breaking the loop here. So this word character count... Okay, so this line character count here isn't technically doing anything, is it? That didn't change. Let's see. I'm assuming it'll break again once we take out the space. It'll not get the me question mark in there. Yeah. Okay, so the issue is we're not appending the right word if we end on a non-space character. So we are adding to, the starting point index of the substring, starting at the index of the words index, all the way through the word character count. And I want to say +1 so we can count the space. Because at this point, we're about to break the loop or the very end, so none of this stuff is ever getting used anywhere. So let's see if the +1 gets us anything there. No, it doesn't. Because if we were to say, let's just get the first character of that word index appended, we don't even get the first character appended. So why, this is all a substring of the text. So like the text we're passing in has the me question mark at the end. So maybe we can say, well, we're appending to itself, to the own string, starting at the word index. So maybe the word index wasn't pulled properly. Well, no, it has to be, because if we give it a space, it pulls it correctly. So our word index is correct, and we snag that. Okay, so anytime we add a word, we set our word index grabbed back to false. I think we... We might need to do that here as well. Oh, we do it. We do it here. So I don't get why it's not correctly appending the end of a message on a non-space character. We increment our word count. So it would be me question mark, you know, total word character count of 3. Then our text index is equal to our text length. And this, oh, and you know what? This might be the issue. Because text index would be starting at 1, right? Or starting at 0? It technically starts at 0. No, it doesn't. Text index is 1. Okay. So if the text index, if the character of the text we're trying to print is equal to the total length of the text, then we need to append that word. That looks right to me. Okay, what is this? Okay. Okay, and I was wrong about this break. So it looks like we're trying to catch right here. If we're at the end of our text and it was a letter as the last character, then we're checking. See, why would we need to do this? We do this again. I remember, yeah, we copied this yesterday. We copied this into the end here because we need to know. See, I actually don't get, yeah, I don't get why we would do this. We shouldn't need to increment the page we're on because we're already, oh no, okay. I do see why we need to do this. It's because if the last index of our character happens to go one page further, we need to advance the page and put the string on the next page, because we don't know if something will go off each line until we get to the end of the word after the previous word that didn't exceed the line character limit. So we do have to do that. And then what we do, yeah, we just do the same old thing. We go to the current line we're on, current page we're on. Page we're on, line we're on, yeah. And then we append, yeah, a substring of the whole word. So why is a character, why would that not show up? So hard to debug. Like, it's silly that if you give it a space there, it works as expected. Like it prints it up there, no problem. But I don't want to have to remember to do a space every time I give it a text string, you know, here. And I thought we had fixed this with the line character count, word character count. So if we don't do this, if we don't do the +1 here, we don't account for spaces. So it throws us off by 1. Well, that looks right. It's just that, yeah, once we delete this. Yeah, and you know what? This wouldn't matter because, yeah, this wouldn't matter because this would be yeah. this is really tough because I think, you know, if we get to this point, if we get to any of this, we're at the last character of our text. So changing the line character count at this point doesn't do anything for us, because the only thing the line character count does is determine whether or not we're on, you know, line 1, 2, or 3. And at this point, we know what line we're on. So maybe we'd have to, before, you know, any of this stuff, line character count, see how we're calculating which line we're doing it. Shit, man. Okay, I think what we need to do is advance our line character count before this condition, because now that we have the proper line character count with the and this is a letter. You know what? Yeah, this is... I don't think we need the +1 here, because the +1's only for a space. Let's try that. Let's see. Nope. Man, I thought we figured this out yesterday. Okay, so we append the substring no matter what. And the substring is just the word index plus the word character count. So we do need the proper word character count, but we should have it because we just counted that last character here. So why is it not adding? That should be right. If it's a letter, we increment our word character count. Our word index should be correct. We know it's correct because if we add a space, it adds the correct word, starting with the correct word index. Our word character count gets incremented. And if we happen to be on the text index, God, I feel like it's got to be going wrong here. Like, I feel like it's just an off by 1 error, and I just don't know where it's messing up. Yeah, if the text index is equal to the text length, and the text length should be right. The text length is calculated right at the top here. Yeah. Although, you know, if we rely on that, which we are, I don't know. It's only 1 off, so I don't see why that would be wrong. So here, in order to append the word, we'd have to be... Okay, so that's got to be the issue, because in order to append that word, we'd have to be a line character count greater than the text box length, which it is not. So if we look at when we append the word here, it's only if it is, yeah, greater than the line length. So it's on the next line. Well, we append it here if it's smaller than the next line. So we're missing this part where we append the word if it's not part of the next line. So I think what we can maybe do is just append it here after that condition. So what, you know, well, let's see if it works first, and let's see. Okay, we've got me there. Yeah, and there's no space. Okay. So I think we were just stuck in a condition there That was never true. So we needed to append that substring regardless of the line count or word count. We just always needed the end of that substring to be added on. And it was stuck in the condition here. Only if we needed to add it to the next page was the previous word being appended. I guess. It seems to be working now, so I think I'm okay moving on. So it'll be, let's see, so like a short string like tavern. You know, one thing is it'll still wait until it imaginarily prints all 57 characters before it prints the ... the text advance. But I think that's okay, because it kind of gives you a little second, and then it can remind you, you know, oh, by the way, you can get out of it. And then it takes its time, you know. If it's a whole string, it waits until the whole string's out to start blinking. And if it's a short string, it just gives it some breather. So I think that's good. Okay. Sweet. So we got that cleaned up. It works now. We missed that bug yesterday for short strings, but that's okay. We got it fixed now, I'm pretty sure. And then tomorrow what we'll be doing is, I don't know. I've got like a 10-hour production day tomorrow, so I'll be tired. So maybe we'll find something easy. I don't know. But ideally we want to be able to give these text boxes to NPCs and not just signposts. So maybe we'll rehaul our signpost class to be called dialogue box and then go from there. So let's commit and call it a night. I've got an early shoot tomorrow, so I gotta get to bed. We'll say we added text advance icon for dialogue system. Sweet. All right, let's find someone to raid. Raid. Yeah, we'll go raid our homie. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be here tomorrow. Happy Halloween. Have a good night.